How's it going, guys? Welcome to the channel where I'll give you all the hints and tricks you need to improve your game at FIFA Pro Clubs. In today's video, I'll be giving you some tips on how to get your team back into a game when maybe you're not performing as well as you should be and you're down 1 or 2 goals, if not more. So, first tip of the day, avoid pointless phrases. Everyone's been in those games at half-time, you're 1 goal, 2 goals down, you're defending the entire first half, and Billy Big Balls playing up front, pipes up and has a go. Shouts at the defence, boys, you need to tighten up at the back, we're very sloppy back there. Or you even have a go at the midfield, boys, you need to tighten up in midfield. We need short, simple passing, you need to look for the easy ball. All these things, just shut up. You're not helping anyone. If you are a striker and a cam, don't comment on the backline, just shut up. Unless you're the manager, zip it. We don't want to hear it. You have your job up front, you do your job, that's it. If the strikers are missing chances, defenders, shut up. They don't need to know that they've missed 4 1-on-1 chances. They don't need you to tell them that, they fucking know. Shut up. The only person that should be talking is the manager. The only person who every other player will accept a little bit of criticism from, not too much, is the manager. Everyone else, not your business. Now, if you're a centre back and the back line is shit, then you can pipe up and say, here lads, back line, we're not doing okay, I'm not doing okay. We need to improve, we need to do this, we need to do that. Same for strikers. Have a go at people in your area that are doing the same job as you. Midfielders, same thing. If you're a defender, having to go to strikers, if you're a striker, having to go to defenders, that's not helping anyone. That's just creating bad vibes in the chat. It's demotivating and it just gets everyone down. Moving on from that, tip number 2, positive reinforcement. I've played games, everyone else has played games. I've even done it myself, where you're playing and every time a certain player gets the ball, you don't realize you're doing it, but they play a pass, it's the wrong pass, like, hey, buddy, don't do that pass, play inside. Hey, buddy, come back, play safe, why are you playing that pass? And over the course of a game, you won't realize it, but every single time that player gets the ball, you're on top of them, you're having a go, you're getting them down. So then when they get the ball in future, they're going to be nervous, they're not going to play naturally, they're going to be like, oh, I'm going to give the ball away, someone's going to shout at me. The better approach is, yeah, you can have a go, don't overdo it. But the key is, when they play the right pass, get right up on them. They play the simple ball into midfield, well done, good ball, that's what we want, well played. They play the easy ball back, yes, that's it, well played, that's what we want. Give praise. Instead of criticizing every bad thing they do, overly praise the right things that they do. So then when they get the ball, it's in their head, maybe subconsciously, maybe not, they're like, oh, I played that nice ball back last time, I'll just do that again and everyone will think I'm fucking brilliant. That's all you gotta do. Positive reinforcement. Don't get on their backs for shit they're doing wrong. Lift them up every time they do the right thing. Tip number 3, slow down. We've been in those games where it's the cycle of the opposition attack. The defender wins the ball, he clears it. They pick it up, they attack again. We win the ball edge of the box, we clear it, they pick it up, they attack again, and it's just attack after attack after attack. Slow down. Because what is happening is, they're attacking, all their players are pushed up, your defender wins the ball, you clear it long, their boys are like, oh, they're going to counter, so they start their run back to defend against your counter attack, but they just win the ball back again and attack, so all their players are staying up front, up top, the whole time. The easiest way to push them out of your half is just keep the ball and slow down. Hold up the ball. When the ball gets to the striker, that's where all the space is currently, because all their players are attacking, they're in their final third. So when the striker gets the ball, stop trying to turn and take on those 3 defenders, stop trying to play that fucking triangle through ball counter-attack straight away. Just slow down and keep the ball. Make them have to track and bring all their players back to defend. Maybe you're losing a counter-attack, maybe not, but you need to break that cycle of attack after attack after attack, because eventually you're going to concede. You can have the best defense in the league, you're going to concede if you are defending non-stop. Strikers, cams, stop trying to score in 2 or 3 passes. Keep the ball. Let your midfield get out. Let your defenders push the line up. Let the opposition track back so that you're not constantly defending the entire half. Sometimes the counter-attack is on and you need to go for it, but if your team aren't playing well and things aren't happening for you, maybe for the next 1 or 2 counter-attacks, just slow down. Take your time. Keep the ball. Tip number 4, and this is particularly for managers because this is your job. The first half, you've been under the cosh, it's been attack after attack after attack, you can't get the ball back, and you don't know what to do. Now, generally, most managers will go back to tip 1, say, alright guys, we need to play short, simple passing, we need to sort out the midfield, we need to get tighter. None of those things are going to change anything. What you need to do, halftime comes, you've got those 30 seconds, straight away into your stats. Go through every one of your players. Who's losing the possession the most? If there's a guy with an unnatural number of possession losses, what I mean by that, anything north of 7 possession losses, you need to have a little niggle at them and say, hey, come on, you gotta sort this shit out. But say it in a nice way, a nice positive reinforcing way, not in a way that you're shaming the guy in front of the entire team saying you are the reason we're shit. You gotta word it right. Secondly, part B, you gotta look at the opposition stats. The most important one is key passes and the number of passes they've made. Find their player that's making the key passes. Find their player that's making the most passes. If they have a CDM that has 20 passes in one half, that's a lot. Find this player that's getting all the space and shut him down. If it's a CDM, you tell the cam, alright, see that LDM, I want you sitting on him the entire half every time we don't have the ball. Do not let him get the ball. That will slow the opposition down massively because they're so used to playing that pass into him every single time. Obviously, he's gotten 20 completed passes in that game, so he's obviously receiving the ball in a lot of space. Take his space away. You got to man mark him, take him out of the game. It could be a cam, he may have 3-4 key passes in the game. Tell one of your CDMs, he's getting too much space. He needs to be shut down. Man mark him. Do not let him breathe for the entire second half. I guarantee you, your fortunes in the second half will improve drastically. And finally, tip number 5, make adjustments. Change something. Do something different. If you keep the same tactical setup, keep the same process of play for the entire game, even though you're losing and it's not working, you're not going to win. You're not going to come back into the game. You're not going to create chances. If you're playing 3-5-2, tell your left mid and your right mid, alright guys, we're down a goal, 20 minutes left. Stay right up there, left forward, right forward. Keep them right up there. Sure, you're going to leave yourself even more vulnerable at the back, but it does one of two things. First of all, it encourages the opposition to attack more because you're leaving space to them. You're saying, hey, look at these wings, they're wide open. Come on, come attack, come into my home. You want that. You want the defense to come out, which will give you more space on the counter attack. Obviously, it's a risk defensively because you're going to get outnumbered on the wings, but look, you're down a goal. You need to take risks. Then, when you win the ball back, hit the wings straight away. They're going to be wide open. Especially when you're playing against a back three. They're 3 centre-backs. Centre-backs don't like pushing wide marking people. They hate it. You could do the reverse. You could sell left mid, right mid, right guys. You're going to sit right in there. I want you to hold back. I'll DM, RDM, or 2 defensive mids. Push right up. Let's play with 3 cams. And we'll just defend with a back 4 and everyone else up there. Whatever it is, just change something. Make an adjustment. Well, that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, find it useful, as usual, please leave a like or a comment. Thank you so much. Have a good one.